All right, so I'm gonna give you a quick run through of how I installed the Speed Circuit designed Fender Louvers, Fender vents, whatever you wanna call them. This is how I did it. I think it looks a little cleaner, kind of coming through like that with some little 1/8 inch rivets holding it on. Now, I could have smoothed out the 3D print a bit better. I think it's good enough for now. This car's eventually gonna get painted, so we're gonna address that later. This is also a template that it comes with, as you can see. Kind of lays like that. There are no holes in it already. I kind of put my own holes for what I thought looked good. I'd rather not put holes in it for the end user, as I really don't know what they're going to want to do with it. Maybe they just want an adhesive, maybe they don't want it at all. There's too many variables. So here we are over here. I did my best at kind of measuring this one to kind of match that one about location wise. And as you can see, here is the template. It's the same curvature, just lays on top with a little bit of some wiggle room. I put some blue painter's tape down, and you can see it contours pretty good to the fender. You can move this around just a little bit. There's a little bit of some movability here, but you get the idea. Like, it lays pretty dang flat. I mean, the easiest answer would be, you could install it like this. Just pop some holes, put some rivets, call it a day. I think that over there just looks a little bit better. So that's what I'm gonna go with. And I kind of wanted it set up right now on the fender so I can sort of see it. So again, I took some rough measurements on this one to that one to kind of see where it's going to go. And what I'm going to do now, there's 100 ways to skin this cat here, but I'm just going to Sharpie this, well, paint pen it, whatever, Sharpie, paint pen. The 3D print will need some refinishing, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty good. I will get to those a little bit afterwards and show you real close-ups. I mean, you're kind of seeing it here, but there will be some finishing if you want it to look perfect. All right, so that's paint pen. And now, if I can take this off without peeling some of the blue painter's tape up. There we go. So now I've got that. I can essentially, I'm gonna lay this on here by hand, hold this, and I'm just gonna trace up the inside with a paint pen again. All right, so there it is, right? There's the overall flange, and then you've got the overall cutout where the louver is gonna come through. So now, it's gonna be pretty simplistic what we're gonna do here. Just gonna take your time. We're gonna start with a cutoff wheel. We're just gonna cut this general shape out as much as possible, and then we're gonna start fine tuning it here. There it is, it's out. Now, you see I cut through some of the fender liner. I didn't cut through all of it. I'm definitely gonna cut through this, otherwise it would defeat the purpose. So now, I'm just gonna take the cutoff wheel again, cut this fender liner out here in this area, and then I'll start trimming this up to get a closer fitment. Now, something I noticed on the other side, if you look at how the fender liner is, all this is about good to go, good to go, good to go. Back here gets a little crazy, right? It's got a big, a big separation between the fender liner and this. So we're gonna have to cut out a little bit more of this than we really want to. And then we're gonna try to make sure we get to some point where the rivet that I'm gonna shoot goes through it, through this, and through the remainder of the actual fender liner. All right, and you can see I'm pulling up on it. Right, and the further out I go, the further it allows us to come up. Kind of eyeballing about how I did the other one. Kind of push up from underneath. Right, and you can see like how it's kind of sagging because the fender liner a little bit, but I want to catch some of that. But when I push up like that, you can see probably over here it comes up quite a bit. Can't get my hand underneath. All right, so I already know it fits. So now I took my template and I basically made some holes, well, some marks, about a half inch. But I know the half inch is a little bit off with matching with this, so you can see I drilled my hole just a little bit on the inside there, and I don't have any Clecos, but if you do, use those. If not, I'm using 1/8 inch rivets. I'm just using the 1/8 inch rivets here as like a as a placeholder, as a Cleco essentially, just to hold the part. I could tape it. So now I'm just going to kind of work my way around here, drill some holes, and continue that. All right, so it's pretty rigid now in place. I'm just going to go ahead and just drill the rest of the holes here now. All right, so again, now I've got all the holes drilled. Okay, so now I got all the holes drilled. I could just essentially throw this in here, back drill it, and install it. But get a little bit closer look up now. It's dirty, right? But the finish is pretty dang good overall. There's a little bit of some sand ants on the bottom. I got a little bit of some layer shifting there, but again, it won't really affect anything. Products may look like this. So what I'm gonna do now is though, for these, I'm gonna scuff these with some sandpaper, shoot some, like you can see here with the supports when I printed it, hold it on there. I am gonna scuff mainly those sides and then throw some aerosol filler primer on it, which I'll show you, and try to just smooth them out a little bit. I did a pretty decent job over there. I could have spent more time on it. I did like maybe 2 layers and that's about it. But we'll go from here. All right, you can see, so I sanded this real quick with 80 grit, and you can see there's still some there. You could go more and keep sanding. You'd probably get most of that out there. I kind of see the areas you're gonna see mainly. And then I'm just gonna take this simple little glazing spot putty by Bondo. Put some of it on my hand, and then mainly where these supports are, or where like the supports were for the 3D print. This stuff sands super easy, dries pretty quick. I'm using a glove just so I can really just push it on in there, like so. I'm gonna repeat that for the entirety of this entire part. All right, so I put the spot putty on, sanded it lightly with like some 220, threw one thing of primer on it, and then just spray painted it black. It is not great. There could definitely be some body work. I maybe did this in a total of 20 minutes. I was rushing. I had that one hole drilled up there, which I did earlier. So now here's the scary part, to showcase how not straight I cut. And again, the car is, mine is at least gonna get painted at some point in time. I'm just kind of playing with this car, enjoying it on the tracks right now, and just doing little ads. I mean, it doesn't look bad from this view, but I'm gonna tell you, that'll really showcase it. So, all right, so I've got 1/8 inch rivets by 3/8 length. Just gonna kind of throw those in there. I'm sure this is gonna get scuffed up a little bit. Let's wipe that paint pad off. I already drilled a hole. It's this back one over here. So I'll kind of get this. Nick the paint pretty good there. All right, and now I can kind of just walk my way around this. It should drill pretty easy. You're just kind of going through plastic now at this point. So because I scratched it a little bit right when you put it in, I just kind of taped it off again and just aerosoled it. And now it's definitely still wet, but I'm gonna peel it off, peel it away from it. obviously it'll less gloss once it dries all the way. But I'm just using SEM trim black. Oh man, it's gonna look good. All right, so there's the install. You could probably go about that a million ways. It's been a little bit now. I've already tracked the car since, and here's what they look like. So paint is obviously way dried. And again, I'm gonna get real hyper close, and we all know black shows everything. It's real smooth, but if you wanted to get crazy, right, you would treat them kind of like my Fenders, where you would scuff it like I did, and then really just take your time. 20 minutes is not enough to smooth everything out, but as a whole, I'd say they look good. Really add something to the car. And yeah, a little sneak peek there. I'll probably do a video on that here shortly. I'm making some side skirts. Not sure if I'm gonna sell them, but that's what they look like. Sneak peek. Anyways, appreciate everybody for watching. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, put it down in the comments below. And the link to purchase them will also be in the description below. Appreciate everybody for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.